Dutton Ranch was only about land, loyalty, and bloodlines. Episode 9 is about to destroy everything you believed. Because this time, the danger isn't just coming from outside, it's already inside. And the most terrifying part? Rip Wheeler and Beth Dutton are facing an enemy far more powerful, far more organized, and far more personal than they ever imagined. A war is about to begin where bullets won't just tear through flesh. They will tear apart trust, family, and every dream Rip and Beth came to Texas to build. And at the center of all this chaos stands one name, Beulah Jackson. But the real question is, has Beulah truly become the enemy? Or is there someone even bigger controlling the entire game from the shadows? Because what this trailer revealed is only the surface. The truth underneath is far darker. Episode 9 seems to begin with a moment of silence, but it's the kind of silence that only comes before a storm. Beulah Jackson stands inside her office, her face cold, her eyes carrying the confidence of someone who already knows how this ends. Across from her stands Mariano Reyes, a man who has stayed hidden in the shadows all season, but now steps directly into the center of the story. His voice is calm, almost emotionless, but that calmness makes him even more terrifying. When he tells her, "You'll send your strangers packing," or "I will," it isn't just a threat, it's a declaration of war. And the most shocking part? The strangers he's talking about are Rip and Beth. The same Rip and Beth fans followed through everything in Yellowstone. The same couple who survived hell and came to South Texas hoping to start clean. But Texas isn't Montana. Here, their names mean nothing. Their history means nothing. Here, they're outsiders. And in this world, outsiders are either accepted or erased. That opening scene makes one thing painfully clear. Mariano knows everything. He knows Rip and Beth have started digging into the cattle smuggling operation. He knows Austin Lewis gave them information. And most dangerously, he knows they are close to stopping the next shipment. But how? Who told him? That question changes everything. Because only a few people knew that truth. Rip, Beth, Austin, maybe Joaquin. Which means someone leaked it. Someone on the inside. Someone close enough to watch Rip and Beth's every move. And if that's true, then the biggest threat to Dutton Ranch isn't the guns coming in the dark. It's the broken trust inside the walls. The trailer then shifts into darkness. The ranch at night, wind moving through the fields, and in the shadows, movement. Armed men, masks, tactical formation. This isn't random violence. This is a planned attack. A mission. Rip sees them first. His expression changes instantly. He understands the truth before anyone says it. They want us. That line sounds simple, but it means everything. Rip realizes the ranch itself isn't the target. He and Beth are. That means the enemy doesn't just know where they live, they know where they'll be. That kind of precision only comes from inside information. And Beth's response says everything about who she is. Then they'll get us. No fear. No hesitation. That's what makes Rip and Beth different. They don't fight because they believe they'll win. They fight because surrender was never an option. But this time feels different. This enemy isn't emotional. He's strategic. Every move is planned. Then the trailer points toward Austin Lewis. Until now, Austin looked like just another cowboy. But suddenly his role becomes suspicious. He was the one who told Rip and Beth about the smuggling. But was he the only one he told? Or was he playing both sides? Did he betray Beulah? Or was he forced into it? The trailer never answers directly, but the clues are impossible to ignore. The moment Austin gave Rip and Beth the truth may have been the exact moment this war began. Because right after that, Mariano moved. The attack was organized. The pieces started falling into place. That can't be coincidence. And then there's Beulah. Her silence says more than words ever could. When Mariano threatens her, she doesn't stop him. She doesn't fight back. She doesn't defend Rip and Beth. She simply stands there, watching, listening. That silence could mean everything. Maybe she already chose her side. Maybe the trust she gave Rip and Beth was never real. Or maybe she's trapped inside Mariano's control and has no choice. Either way, it makes her dangerous. Then the trailer reveals one of its biggest surprises: Everett McKinney. Just when the ranch seems ready to collapse, Everett arrives. And his words hit hard. "I ain't seen my last firefight." That line carries weight. Fans know Everett served in the Navy. He's not just showing up to help. He's showing up ready for war. He knows violence. He knows survival. And the second he raises that weapon, it's clear. This man has fought battles before. But there's one problem. Everett doesn't know the full truth. He doesn't know how deep the smuggling operation goes. He doesn't know Beulah's possible involvement. He only knows Rip and Beth are in danger. And in Taylor Sheridan's world, the people who walk into war with half the truth rarely walk out alive. Every frame in the trailer puts Everett right in the center of the fight. That makes him one of the most vulnerable people in episode 9. And if this episode is building toward a major emotional death, Everett may be the one paying the price. But the biggest twist of all may still belong to Joaquin, because by the end of episode 8, that mysterious phone call changed everything. The trailer doesn't explain it directly, but the clues are impossible to ignore. And the strongest evidence points toward Mariano Reyes, Joaquin's biological father. And if that theory is true, then the betrayal has already happened before the war even begins. That's what makes this so devastating, because Joaquin doesn't feel like a villain at all. He feels like a man trapped between two worlds, torn apart by loyalty and blood. On one side are Rip and Beth, the people who gave him a home, a future, and a family when he had nowhere else to go. On the other side is Mariano, his blood, his real father, the connection he can never fully escape. And blood has a way of pulling harder than loyalty ever can. If Joaquin made that call, he may not have understood the consequences. He may not have realized that one choice could send armed killers straight to Dutton Ranch and put everyone he cares about in the line of fire. That's what makes his story tragic, not evil, because sometimes betrayal doesn't come from hate. It comes from confusion, pain, and the desperate search for belonging. But when Rip and Beth finally discover the truth, it won't just hurt them. It will destroy them. Because betrayal from an enemy is expected, but betrayal from family leaves wounds that never heal. And that's where episode 9 changes everything. It stops being a story about survival and turns into something far more dangerous. A story about trust, loyalty, and who truly deserves to stand with the family. Every character is about to make a choice, and once those choices are made, there's no going back. No one stays neutral. No one stays safe. And the most terrifying part is that the attack hasn't even started yet. The night grows darker. The armed men move closer. Rip tightens his grip on his rifle. Beth stands beside him, ready for war. And the sound of boots creeping through the darkness gets louder with every second as the tension reaches its breaking point. And just when it feels like everything is about to explode, the trailer cuts to black. Which means the real chaos is still coming. The firefight, the betrayals, the bloodshed. It all begins next. And now the biggest question remains. Will Rip and Beth survive this attack? Or is episode 9 about to become the most brutal turning point in Dutton Ranch history? The moment the trailer cuts away from Rip and Beth standing in the dark, you can already feel what's coming next. Pure chaos. Because this isn't just another fight. This is the moment everything this season has been building toward finally explodes. The armed men moving through the shadows aren't there to send a message. They're there to finish something. And Rip knows it. That's why his face changes the second he sees them. There's no confusion, no hesitation, just that cold understanding of what's about to happen. Beth sees it too. That's what makes their bond so powerful. They don't need words anymore. They've survived too much together. They understand danger before it fully arrives. And this time, the danger feels different. Bigger, more personal. Because for the first time since coming to Texas, Rip realizes they didn't leave the war behind in Montana. It followed them. It just changed its face. The ranch they built, the peace they tried to create, the life they thought they were starting over with. It was all standing on borrowed time. And now the debt is coming due. As the masked men close in, Rip immediately starts calculating every angle, every weakness, every possible way to keep Beth alive. Because that's always been his first instinct. Not survival for himself, survival for her.